What's up, my diecast fam? Hope everyone's doing well out there. Appreciate you stopping by to come check out this episode. I'm sure you guys have already seen the thumbnail, know what we're going to check out here. You're probably wondering, why are you wearing these gloves? Well, two reasons. One, I didn't want my hands to look terrible because I got some PVC glue all on my hands and it was just not coming off right away, so didn't want them to look all messy in the video. Also, I don't want to get messy, get fingerprints all over this custom because I got to ship this out. If you guys are seeing this video, this is after my boy Chris over at Furiously Collecting has already gotten this car. So I'm just making this video to show you guys the custom after he's already gotten it, and to show possibly some small details in case he hadn't seen it. So Chris, you'll be able to see the little Easter eggs, I guess you could say, that I put into it. So we'll get right into it, guys. I got an email from Chris at Furiously Collecting. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go check him out. I don't see how you wouldn't. I'm sure you guys are subscribed to him. Awesome YouTube channel. I knew he was one of those channels with his great content that was going to grow fast, and he deserves it. And it's great. He's gotten a lot of subs lately. He's doing great work, making great content. Anyways, he emailed me about this idea. I thought it was an awesome idea, but I was a little intimidated and I was a little hesitant. And because it's a kaidohouse, and if you guys don't know, kaidohouses are extremely tricky. You only get one shot with them as far as disassembly and reassembly, and that's it. There's no taking them back apart. They are super, super tricky. But I don't want to keep going on about that. But like I said, I was a little hesitant, and we were going a little bit back and forth about maybe a Hot Wheels model. And I remember one of the options was possibly the R34 here, because I'm very familiar with this model, but anybody can get this. This is, there it is right there. So I knew that what he really wanted was a kaidohouse, and I just had to make it a kaidohouse. And also another thing was the fact that out of all the customizers out there, and I know there's way more out there than I even know because I'm not on Instagram or Facebook or wherever I know there's other cool customizers at, just here on YouTube. Out of all the customizers, he came to me. And I was super humbled by that, and I knew that I had to take on this commission and just smash it. Typically, I don't take on commissions. This is a hobby for me. It's just fun. But I knew that this was a cool opportunity, and like I said, I just wanted to smash it and do a great job with it. So we'll get right into it. This was the model that we chose, the kaidohouse ER34. I don't want to go into what version this is. It says version 1 right on it, so there you go. It's version 1. So, and I much prefer this version. I think this is a much better looking version than this model here. This is actually the first one that I ever customized, and right off the bat, if you guys notice, the wheels are different. That's because the wheels that were on this were just too perfect for this build. So you guys will see what I'm talking about. We'll get right into it. So this was the model that it started, and like I said, he wanted a Too Fast and Too Furious model livery kaidohouse, which is this livery. I know a lot of you guys probably already know it, but I never put it together. I did not know that that was a livery. I learned it watching a bunch of screenshots of different cars, trying to make sure I get the decals right and everything. And I will say, this is not a replica. I wasn't trying to make a replica. I was trying to make a unique one-off custom. So this is what I came up with, guys. A Too Fast and Too Furious R34 kaidohouse. And like I said, right off the bat, you guys will notice I stole the rims, wheels, whatever you want to call it, off this other model here because honestly, they were just too good for this theme and this car. I did change up the tire lettering. I think the tire lettering said Skyline on these. I can't remember, but I wanted to keep with the Toyo theme and make sure that it was Toyo proxies on there. I'll just spin it around here. Forgive me with the gloves, so I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Get a little bit closer look here. So I did try to focus. I'll show you guys some exterior details, but I did try to focus on the interior quite a bit. The only problem is, and the thing I didn't think about was once you put it all together, you're really not going to see them, but I'm still going to show them to you and point them out. Obviously, it's the Too Fast and Too Furious theme throughout. Put a nice glossy silver base coat on there. Got all the proper decals. These were really tricky because this is all separate pieces for these decals. And speaking of the front, that is probably one of the most difficult things with a kaidohouse is getting that front grill out, because when they assemble it in the factory, they glue the entire insert in there. If you guys don't know, that's an entire insert in the center there. Don't know if you can see it on this model. But even if you get it out, it's practically destroyed. So there was just nothing left to it by the time I got it out, and you have to get it out in order to strip and paint, which is another tricky part of these cars, because if you guys don't know, these sides are, these wide body kits are plastic, and you can't just dunk those in the stripper. So you got to separate all those pieces, paint those all separate, and then assemble everything. So after I got the paint laid down, like I said, with the decals, oh, that's what I was getting at with the grill there. I made that by hand. I completely made one from scratch to replace the grill, because like I said, it was completely destroyed, but I don't think anyone will ever know. So yeah, that's a whole new handmade grill, and popped it back in there. As far as the engine goes, I don't know. Sorry guys if I get you off camera here. It just looks like that. I don't remember doing anything special as far as details under there. Just kept all the engine bay, base coat, clear coat silver to match. The mirrors were all everything had to be individually painted. Hold on a second here. Sorry guys, knocked over my water. So when it comes to the interior details, I actually painted the whole interior, even though it's so hard to see. If it was in front of you, you'd be able to see it, but everything's a blue, has got blue trim. I removed one of the seats, and one of the things that was kind of a bummer is the nitrous bottles. That is one of my main focuses that I wanted to focus in on, was getting those triple nitrous bottles in there. But it just so happens that the 3D printed ones that I ordered, the person went out of business, and I ended up having to just use one that I was able to find from, I believe, Benchworks. So there is a nitrous bottle in there. It says danger on it. There's a bunch of little details inside that I didn't realize were going to be so hard to see once you put it all back together. And I don't know why, but the glass is like a little foggy. I don't know if it's from the fumes from the glue when I reassembled or what, but I kept the glass separate and to keep fingerprints off of it. So when I put it back in, it wouldn't have fingerprints, because like I said, once you put these together, there's no taking them apart. One of the little Easter egg details that I tried to add in here, and if you know, I also try to, because I mean, this was Paul Walker's car. So if you guys notice, I added some details, like that's his little signature there on the rear deck. But another little sort of like Easter egg I wanted to add, and I don't know if I can zoom in and get the angle, but I tried to put a danger to manifold on the instrument cluster. You guys could see it just a little bit. It's got the little insignia like the manifold and danger, and it's in there. The steering wheel's paint matched. There's all sorts of details in there, but my camera and phone here just isn't that good enough to get in there to see it, guys. But we'll check out some outside details. So one of them was, where's my little toothpick here? This is actually a real metal license plate that I put on there. So I thought that was a cool detail to add. Also, you guys notice exhaust? If you guys have kaidohouse, you realize how much better that looks. Look how cool that looks. I put little actual metal, little chrome sort of stainless steel tips on the back. If you guys don't know, here's what they look like. They're just kind of boring. They're not hollowed out in the center. See how much better that looks? It just looks so much cooler. So that little detail, the license plate, and that's about it, guys. There's one other Easter egg I added to this, which, Chris, I know you didn't spot or find this one, because this is sort of like my little signature move to know it's a custom for me. Let's see if we can get this we'll get the lights out here, and we'll just show you guys this real quick. Oh, you guys are already seeing it. I didn't get it pitch black in here. But if you take a black light to the front end and you charge them up, the headlights glow. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I did the little insert on the seat too. As well as I think I did the instrument cluster. So let's get a little light in there. Yep, and the instrument cluster lights up. So just a fun little detail I thought I'd add. But yeah, at any point, if you ever want to charge it up, just hit it with a black light, charge them up, and then boom, the lights kick on. So that's just sort of like a little signature thing I like to do with my customs. All right, guys, let's get the lights back on here. I don't want to keep you guys going too long in this video. We already went over 10 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, checking out this new custom commission I did for my buddy Chris over at Furiously Collecting. Hope you enjoyed it, buddy. Let's get that light back on there. There we go. And that's my version of the Kaidohouse Too Fast and Too Furious R34 Skyline. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.